Peace, family. Peace, peace, peace. Okay, I was reading. They had some sign or something up. Okay, my face looking kind of dry, honey, because I just got out the shower. Okay. And I'm going to have to dye my hair again because, okay. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. So I hope you guys are having a phenomenal day. If not, do understand, honey, that I got to get me some shea butter because I just can't. The face is extremely dry. Excuse me one second. Okay, so this video here came about because I was listening to Jim Rohn, okay, and Jim Rohn was Tony. Jim Rohn was Tony Robbins' mentor, okay, and when I first got into personal development, he was also one of the people that I used to listen to a lot. And the message today is challenge your philosophy, right? So basically, challenge your belief systems, okay? I know sometimes like we get into this habit or just thinking that in order for our lives to change, the people outside who may have caused us pain or may have done something to us, sometimes we feel that that person have to give us an apology or that person have to acknowledge like some sort of guilt, right, that they have done. And I'm here to tell you, okay, it is not your family. Okay. Okay. That's what I noticed. Right. And is not my family. It is not the government. It is not society or any of those things. What you have to start understanding is you have the ability to change your life. Okay. And it takes a decision. And if you won't make the decision, most likely that means that you are stubborn, right? We get so caught up in doing the same exact thing each and every day that sometimes, well, let me take myself. People get caught up doing the same thing each and every day that they believe that's just exactly who they are. And then or actuality is not, is who the beliefs are. Okay. For instance, when working out, right? Now the bed is very comfortable. Okay. The bed is very comfortable. Even when going out. Okay, the bed is extremely comfortable. Okay. And sometimes I understand if I do what I did yesterday, my tomorrow is going to be the same. Or sometimes it may take a while, right? Say, for instance, your health. If you do not take care of your body or whatever, some of you guys may have seen my reel that I posted earlier of my transformation when I was with network marketing. Okay, that was my network marketing days. Okay, what I have noticed was I decided, okay, to not just stay where I was. And that included for me to get up and work out. If I'm waiting for somebody to apologize to me in order for me to change my life, honey, time is going. Okay, time is not waiting for anyone. And you have so much potential within you that you allowing it to just die out because you're not moving upon your potential because you think somebody else owe you an apology. This is another thing. I had got this from Dr. Wayne Dyer. Okay. One of the things Wayne Dyer said was imagine if you had a friend, okay, and that friend, you lost your keys in your house, okay? The friend lost the keys in the house. And instead of looking for the keys inside the house, he goes out the house and looking is pitch dark outside, okay? And this friend is looking for his darn keys outside, okay? And you come along, right? And you like, hey, what's up, right? And you like, what you doing? And a friend is like, well, I dropped my keys somewhere. And, y'all been looking for about 2 hours outside, maybe one, okay? And you ask your friend, well, when the last time you seen your keys, bruh? Right? And your friend is like, oh, I seen the last place I seen them was in the house. That's the same as that concept. What I'm getting to when you blaming other people is the same as that concept. You are looking to blame others when everything is within yourself to change your life. Now, I get it. I'm not saying they didn't do, whatever, okay? But when you in a doubt, okay, they had messed up when you was children, okay? But now you are in a doubt, okay? And why are you continuing what they have done? Right? That was one of the questions that we need to start asking ourselves. Why do we continue? They did what they did. Yes, it's true. But why do we continue the vicious cycle of getting the same exact thing from life? Right? And that's why I always tell people, and I'm so eager to say, listen, you have to change who you are. I had this one girl when I was doing a live before, and one of the things she said, because I was saying, well, is you, right? And one of the things she said, well, what about the men, right? And one of the things that I told her, because she was referring to, I believe, her ex-boyfriend or her boyfriend or so, and I said to her, I said, but he's not on here. He's not on my live. You on my live, okay? And by you keep on saying it is him, it is them, okay? You are waiting for them or him to change. You got to understand you have the ability to change your life. Okay, you do not have to keep on doing the same exact thing, honey. I'm about to make a smoothie. Okay, you guys want to come? Okay, all right, right. You do not have to keep on doing the same exact thing only by choice. And one of the reasons why we tend to do the same is because of we scared, right? Like you scared to face the unknown. You don't know what may come with the unknown. So you may be afraid to do something different, right? But it's in the unknown that your life is going to transform. It's in you listening to your intuition that your life is finna transform, okay? So do understand and get. Okay, honey, see, I'm about to make this smoothie. My life is about to transform, okay? Okay, so we've been going over this before, and I know this probably like not on topic, but listen, okay? I've been telling you guys about this smoothie that I've been making. Honey, this smoothie, I said the other day, whoever came up with this combination. Now, I know some people probably be like, who came up? Berries and bananas? Right? But I said, whoever came up with this, honey, they was genius. Okay, so this is what I'm using, the banana berry. Ooh, this is so good, honey. And is like when you make a smoothie and it's icy, oh, it tastes much better when it's icy, much better. And so this is the key ingredient, okay? Amber maple syrup. Okay, we're gonna just put a tad bit, or I'm just gonna put a tad bit in here. It ain't that much. I wonder if I could. Oh, I could. Okay, so I muted the mic so you guys won't hear the blending. Okay, right here, this is some maca powder. Okay, and I'm just gonna put a little bit in our smoothie. Now I'm gonna mute it again because I don't want you guys to hear this the loud noise from the blender. Because I'm considerate like that. Hold on. Okay. Okay, this is goodness right here. Ooh, girl. Ooh, I used to have some fancy straws, the metal ones, but I don't know what happened to them. I wish I could have had some more of this. Oh, that's so good. Okay, let's get back to the video, okay? Okay, so let me share a story with you guys, okay? What I'm basically saying is take responsibility of your life, okay? Amani and Javon, your smoothies is on the counter. Take responsibility of your life, okay? I remember I was in transitional housing. Over there. You want to say hello? Hello. No, they can't see you. You gotta come over here, girl. Oh, you want to be shy, huh? You want to be shy. Honey, show them how you really are. Okay, show them how you really are. Okay, go get your smoothie, okay? Hey, don't bring that in my room.
What is?
Is the bananas and berries. I remember when I was in transitional housing, right? So basically, there's, you know, these kids. I need these kids, right? So basically, there's, I was in this program, okay, and I talked about it on my channel over here before, okay, but it's basically I was in transitional housing so I could get Section 8, okay, and you being there for about 16 to 18 months, and then you are able to get Section 8, right, for you and your children. So I'm just thinking about that, like how, it was for Section 8 and how, when I first got to the program, because it's ran by nuns. It was ran by nuns, right? Sisters. And when I first got to the program and I was living there for a while, like I remember the whole objective was so you could get Section 8, right? And I would be like, well, I'm here. Like I didn't want to feel like that's why I was there for. Knowing damn well that's why I was there for. Okay. But a part of me felt like, don't make it seem like that. And I think that has a lot to do with upbringing, right? Like not feeling like you worthy, like for whatever it is that you are going after or that you seeking. Or though maybe it's like a job or something and it's a promotion and you want the promotion, but you try to like downplay it, right? Like I don't know, but anywho, so I was at this I was there at the transitional housing, and I remember one day. So my sister, I have a sister named Melissa, okay, who's a honey. She's very supportive, okay, very supportive. But she always been that way. Me and her is like so close. We have always been close, ever since we was children, because we've been through pretty much everything. Like we've been through the shelters together. We've been to the foster care, to group homes, to juvenile detention centers. So we've been through everything together. Because she's like she's always been there, and we always could relate to one another because we've been through the same thing. And so I remember my sister Melissa had came to pick me up, honey. Ooh, the chair almost, honey, the chair was about to give out. Hold on, honey. Something about this smoothie, it just don't get old. So anywho, so me and my sister Melissa, right? So I was in the transitional housing program, and she was working at the post office at that time, and she had like this real nice car, right? She had a Eclipse, okay, when they like first came out. Like I think it was 2000 and was it a 2006? It was like fairly new, okay, at that time. And when I was in the program, so when she would get out of work, my sister, she would pretty much come pick me up, right? She was working at the post office. She'd come pick me up. Like she'd call me like, "Oh girl, you want to go to the mall?" And I was always down for a good shop, okay, doing a little good shopping, okay. So she was like, you want to go to the mall? So I was like, yeah, right. At that time, I had one child. I think I was pregnant with my daughter, with my oldest daughter. And so we had went to the mall, right? And when I had went back to the transitional housing program, the sister, the nun, right? Well, basically it wasn't, she ain't say nothing that night because I ain't see the nun. But before I left, the sister was like, Dina, is everything okay with you? Right? Because I was leaving. And I was like, yeah, I'm good. At first, I didn't understand like why she was asking me that. So I was like, yeah, I'm fine, right? So when I had came back from doing a little shopping with my sister, I'm there and the girls is like, oh girl, you missed the meeting, right? So supposedly we had a meet. Well, we did have a meeting. And the meeting basically was about the program, right? St. Joseph's. That was the name of it. It was about what they expected, what the sisters expected, and like pretty much what was going on. And like going on in St. Joseph's. So they was like, girl, you missed it. And I was like, what? And then I was panicking because I was like, oh my goodness, right? Like I was a really good resident there. And so I was like, oh my goodness, like we had a curfew, okay, and I always made sure I was in during the curfew. I was cool with the staff who worked there. So I had a pretty good rapport with like the nuns, the sisters, Amani and Javon. I had pretty much a good rapport with them. And, so for me to have missed something, like I started panicking. And later, so the next day had came and I had went downstairs to see the sister. And I was like, sister, you wanted to see me? Right? Her name was a sister. Let's just say her name was Sister Teresa. Okay, so I was like, Sister Teresa, you wanted to see me? So she was like, yeah. So she was like, what happened yesterday? Like, why didn't you attend the meeting? And I wasn't finna justify why I didn't attend it. Like, I wasn't finna say, oh, because my sister came and picked me up and I went to the mall and I forgot. I just was like, I didn't attend it. Right? Like, it was no justification because the truth of the matter was I didn't go. And one of the things that I install in my children is don't try to justify whatever it is that you're doing, right? Because the more you try to justify it, the longer and the more you are going to do it. And even if you was to justify it, like, this is your life. And so with my oldest son, he had pretty much take accountability, but I think sometimes he just be saying it like to shut me up. Like I don't think like he really be meaning like when he be taking responsibility like or accountability. Like I think sometimes he just say that just so I could shut up. But with my daughter, my oldest daughter, she got a story. She not finna just be like, well, yeah, I see what I did. Like she'll always have a story of not taking accountability for her actions. And one of the things that I tell her is, listen, you 17, okay? Honey, you're about to be outie like 3,000, okay? And when you turn 18, your life is pretty much going to be the same exact way. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Like, when we don't take accountability over our actions, right? And granted, sometimes we are so unaware of the things that we tend to do that we don't know why we do them. And that's why life keeps giving you the same exact thing. But it's not your mama or your daddy fault or your family fault. You got to understand they did the best that they knew how to do. If they knew better, honey, believe me, if they knew better, they would have definitely done better. Okay. And that's what something I had to come to grips with in terms with like my mother. If she knew better, she would have done better. Even my dad, like if he knew better, he would have done better. But I owe it to myself to get something better. And the only way I am going to get something better if I choose to be better. Right. And That includes from me listening to personal development, from me meditating, from me reading books, that is going to spark my subconscious mind. Okay. And everything is already within you. Everything. So you may feel like you don't want to change, but you are not alone. Like whenever we decide to change, it's not like we just by ourselves. So I believe in, honey, if you've been watching or rocking out with me, honey, you guys know I believe in spirit guides. Okay, I believe in spirit guides, and I definitely believe that the universe is always speaking. Okay, and so you think you by yourself, honey, you ain't by yourself. Once I start understanding that I wasn't by myself, and in the spirit realm is way more people that's on my side or spirits that's on my side. I started saying, I ain't gotta put up with this shit. I ain't gotta put up with this. Right? I started having a courage to do certain things that I may have not felt that I could have done. And one of the things was goddamn boundaries and blocking people. Okay? Because that, honey, that is essential. Yo, if you want your self-esteem to go up, you have to have boundaries. Have to have boundaries. Okay? Because boundaries and self-esteem is like hand in hand. Okay? And so with that being said, I hope you guys got something from this video. Okay? Let me know in the comments, what are some of the things that you are changing about your life? Okay? It doesn't have to be ginormous. It doesn't have to be real big, right? Honey, I'm trying to use these fancy words. Okay. Listen, it doesn't have to be real big. It could be something simple. Something for as like an apple a day. Okay. They say an apple a day keep the doctor away. It could be something like that because you want to improve your health. It could be, something like this. Okay. It could be, it doesn't have to be real big in order for you to start, because it is the micro that is going to get you the mano. Meaning it is the small things that you tend to do that is going to prepare you to be the greatest version of yourself. So each day, say for instance, each day you work out for 10 minutes, okay, or 5 minutes, right? And the more you are consistent with the 5 minutes, after time is gonna be 10 minutes and then 20 minutes, right? So it's the consistency what matters, like these videos. Okay, some people, I have heard, it was one lady who had sent me a message. She had started watching my videos on here, and one of the things she said was that she wanted to start making videos again, because on her page she had like a few videos, but I guess she was like a little scared to do the videos. And one of the things that we have to understand is, if you allow the fear to stop you, you're never going to do that thing. If you allow the fear to cripple you, it's gonna come a time where as though you're gonna be looking back and you're gonna say, damn, if I would have got out of my comfort zone, if I would have started, right? Like I told you guys, when I first started doing these videos, now, honey, I know I said I was leaving, but when I'm talking, honey, I just be in it, okay? When I used to be, well, that's another platform. But when I first started making content, honey, I would be on doing lives for about an hour and some change, okay? And my mother, is funny because my mother, she was like, oh my goodness, you can talk. Because that part of me never was really out, right? And so now that I have discovered my purpose and my passion, I get really excited about like sharing with you guys. So when I first started, okay, and I had started doing content on Facebook, right? I started first on you, honey, I'm lying. Honey, I started on YouTube, okay? And then my mother was saying, if I would have stick to it way back then on YouTube, okay, but I guess the time it wasn't right, because if it was, honey, I would have stayed with YouTube way back then. Okay. But I started doing Facebook. And I remember the very first day that I did Facebook, I was terrified. Actually, it was a challenge, but I was so terrified. And the challenge was for me to do something different, right? And I was terrified to do it. But look, I showed up the first day, okay? I did a live, and if it's anything less than a second, which I'm quite sure it is, I was on Facebook for less than a second because I was so terrified. I was so scared. I was like, these people gonna know my business, and my mother, I guess she didn't think that I was gonna put certain things out, on social media. But I'm very, very transparent. I share my story with you guys. I let you guys know the things that I've been through, gone through, and grew through. Okay, just in case somebody else is out there and they going through the same exact thing. I am a firm believer of everything that we tend to go through. It is not just for us. The experience may be for us and the lesson may be for us, but I certainly believe the story is for other people that we come in contact with, right? And if you are able to get over that trial and tribulation, one of the things that I do understand is you can inspire someone else that may be going through the same exact thing. And you could give them encouragement, right? And so that's what I truly believe. But so I started doing the videos and stuff, and I was, very transparent. And it's funny because my mama, she was like, Dina, if it was me, I wouldn't be putting, now she won't told me to do Facebook, but she was like, if it was me, I wouldn't be putting all my business, on social media like that. She ain't say social media, she said out there. I wouldn't be putting all my business out there. And one of the things that I remembered, Lisa Nichols, who's a transformational speaker, one of the things that she said every morning she woke up and she would say she had nothing to protect, nothing to defend, and nothing to hide, right? And so I started adopting that saying, right? I have nothing to protect, defend, or hide. And if it wasn't for the universe, like sending people, right? Like, and when I say sending people, it would be times I would be listening to personal development and a message would come in regards to whatever it was that I was dealing with, right? Like if I was scared to stand up to somebody, like that message would come at the right time. And instead of me being like, I'm going to stop doing this, I'm going to stop putting my business out, it made me do it even more. Because why? Because I have nothing to defend, protect, or hide, right? And so to the person that's out there, because I know, honey, we done been through like 3 different things, but to the person that's out there, I'm telling you, whenever you get started, it's going to probably be scary, right? And the reason it's scary is because of the comfort zone and because of the ego, right? So once you start, challenging your comfort zone and getting out of it, right? Things are going to start changing. But the ideal is to start getting out the comfort zone, even if it's 5 minutes only, okay? Even if it's 5 minutes only. It's times where as though I'm in a bed and I don't want to go outside. Honey, sometimes I just don't want to be bothered, right? And for me to get out my comfort zone, put my earpods on and I take a walk, right? Don't have like a specific destination or anything. I just walk, right? And it's so I could get out of my comfort zone, so I could challenge myself. And so if you want your life to change, honey, I'm telling you, okay, your life can change drastically. But first, you're gonna have to be willing to give up some things. You're gonna have to, be willing to be like, you can't come with me, okay? Some things just can't go with you, and some people definitely they can't go, okay? All right. Everybody isn't meant to go through the door with you. And so with that being said, me and my chilling about to do some working out. Okay. I love you guys. Make sure you're rocking out, believing in yourself, honey. I know I said that like twice. Okay. But I love you guys, and make sure you comment, like, subscribe. I don't know if other people could see this, or is it just for the people who that subscribe to me? I don't know. But anywho, see, I don't know all of this. I don't have all this shit figured out. But look, okay, I show up, because what I do have figured out is the message. Okay, I have that figured out. I don't need everything else figured out. Don't need it. Okay, things gonna come together as I start, and that's what you gotta understand too. The universe isn't just going, or source, God, Allah, honey. I don't care what you call source. It does not matter. You can't get wet from sand water. But it's not going to give you something and just be like, push you. That would kind of be people, right? Some people. It's not going to give you something and be like, all right, well, do it by yourself. No, it's not going to do that. It's never going to do that. Okay? Understand? Oh, you drunk, kid? Oh, okay. I'll give you some more after we work out, okay? Okay. It's never going to give you something that that you can't like you're not gonna be able to do, right? Like, for instance, if you have the download to open a business, you may be like, I ain't ready. The universe is not going to keep allowing you to see synchronicities at places you go, supermarkets, people talking about some opening a business, people talking about, oh girl, I was afraid when I first opened a business, those synchronicities. And it's not going to keep on sort of reminding you to open that business if you're not ready. You are ready, okay? But it's the ego that you allowing to stop you from doing the things that you really want to do. Okay, and if you won't do them, then maybe you got a little bit of stubbornness in you. Okay, but if you want different, honey, you can have different, and you owe it to yourself. You deserve better. You deserve better than. You deserve better than the way you've been showing up. And you have so much potential within you. Potential is not what you've done already. Potential is what you still have within you. See, it's not about, I used to be a great basketball player when I was in high school. What you doing now? Okay, I wrote a book that went that became a New York Times bestseller 5 years ago. But what you doing now? My video went viral, okay? But what you doing now? See, a lot of times we get caught up on what we used to do, right? And then it sort of stops us from doing what we could do. Ooh, Dr. Miles Monroe coming through, okay? So you got to understand, you have so much potential within you. You deserve more than the way you've been showing up, okay? No one is accountable for how you are showing up today. Okay, this is your life. This is your life. And although they may did some shit, because I know they did some stuff, okay, when you was a kid. But honey, it comes a point in time where as though you start healing yourself. You start healing yourself, because if you don't, your life is going to look the same exact way it's been looking. Now, if you like what you've been getting, then you keep on doing what you've been doing. But if it's a part of you that's like, I'm sick of being unhappy, I'm sick of, looking for things to make me happy, I'm sick of being in all these different relationships and looking for somebody to do something for me that you may feel that you can't do for yourself. Probably you have like a love deficit going on with yourself. If you sick of all those things, you have the ability to change it. You do not have to just accept. what life is giving you, because life is just responding to who you are, okay, to your energy, vibration, frequency, to what you really feel you deserve, which equals alignment. So if you feel that all men are dogs and you are out here saying all men are dogs, but you saying you want somebody that is going to love you and treat you right, then you have some static going on in your energy, because you can't expect to attract somebody that is going to love you and appreciate you and treat you right if you feel that all men are dogs, right? That's just not how it works. And the same thing for guys who be like, or all women, they just want your money and stuff like that. How do you expect to be with somebody that is going to love you? First, you got to demonstrate you loving you, okay? And then you attract, okay, somebody loving you because they love themselves. I used to feel like it was it for somebody to love me more than them until I started understanding, girl, that ain't it. That ain't it. Girl. If they loving you more than them, that ain't it. Because that means that they putting you first, and then they gonna be expecting things, and they gonna be having some resentment if you don't want to do those things. That ain't it. So I hope you guys got something from this. I definitely had to go because my youngest son looking like, let's go. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Can we go now?
Okay.